And welcome back. Last year, Tea Partiers were protesting against Mitt Romney in New Hampshire, his own backyard. But just today, the frontrunner made the rounds on Capitol Hill, working behind the scenes to make his case to conservative Senator Jim DeMint and Congressman Paul Ryan. He seems to be saying that it is he, and not Ron Paul, not Rick Santorum, that is the best Tea Party candidate. But is the Tea Party really ready to rally behind Romney? Here now is Tea Party activist and radio talk show host Tony Katz and Judson Phillips, founder of Tea Party Nation. Tony, first to you. Do you think the Tea Party can rally around Mitt?
I don't think it's a conversation of rally around Mitt. It's the Tea Party making sure that Obama doesn't get another 4 years. That's what you're going to see whenever a nominee is decided. It's about removing Obama from office.
Judson, you think Romney is essentially a liberal, too liberal for you to get behind. Well, it's clear he's probably going to be the Republican nominee. So what does the Tea Party do when it comes down to Romney versus Obama?
Well, when it comes to election time, yeah, we'll probably hold our noses and vote. But guess what? The fight's not over yet. I'm still holding out for a brokered or deadlock convention to get somebody other than Romney, because we don't need to replace one liberal with another.
Santorum? You just heard you probably heard Ron Paul essentially say Santorum is too liberal.
Well, Ron Paul's entitled to his opinion. I like Newt Gingrich. I'm willing to consider a lot of other options, anybody but Romney, and then anybody but Obama.
Okay, so if Romney if Romney gets the nomination, that Judson and maybe the other Tea Partiers that are on the more conservative side will, as he says it, hold their noses and vote for Mitt.
Well, of course they're going to hold their nose and vote for Mitt. You got to understand that the Tea Party doesn't have a specific candidate. Nobody fits the Tea Party bill completely. That's why we're very focused on Senate races. That's why we're very focused on keeping the House, control the Senate, control the House. And if Mitt Romney is the nominee, and that's still an if, let's make sure we stick to conservative principles that allow him to stick to conservative principles.
Tony, is the Tea Party, we say the Tea Party. As you just implied, yes. The Tea Party is hundreds of groups all over the country with different visions, right. Different people. Is it cohesive enough to even have the kind of impact you're talking about?
Of course, and to say anything otherwise is mythology. It would be false. The Tea Party is fully prepared and fully actualized in defeating Barack Obama, defeating statism, and ending this slide of big government spending. If we have Mitt Romney, we're going to get a little bit better, but we understand that we have an 80-year slog ahead of us. Thank you, Donald Rumsfeld. It's 80 years ahead of us, not just one term, not just one presidency. A lot of work ahead, and we're totally prepared to do the work for the next 80 years.
Tony, when you say Mitt Romney is a little bit better than Barack Obama, the key word there is a little bit. The Tea Party
I didn't say a little bit. That's your words, not mine.
Well, that's what I thought I heard you say. But look, Romney's policies are basically almost the same as Obama's. He gives us Obamacare. He gives us cap and trade. He gives us tax increases. This is what he did as Massachusetts governor. What makes us think he's going to do any different as president? This is why we've got to deadlock this convention and get somebody else in there. That's one of the conversations that has to go with the Senate
and the House. And I'm not saying Romney's going to be the nominee, but of course you're going to hold your nose and vote for him. Of course the Tea Party is going to, when it comes to it, make sure
how successful we've been with the House of Representatives.
He's going to be the nominee.
Come on.
Tony, Romney is going to be the nominee.
The Senate isn't going to do it.
Judson,
okay, there are two conversations going on there.
Gentlemen, let's dial it back for a second. Show's nearly over. We don't want to get worked up before the end. We don't want to get worked up before the end.
Not me.
I'm getting worked up. Judson, do you think Santorum, as the Washington Post article suggests, should drop out and get behind Romney for the better good of the GOP?
For the better good of the GOP, I think Rick Santorum needs to stay in this race, and I think it's Mitt Romney that needs to drop out.
Mitt Romney needs to drop out?
For the better good of the GOP, for the better good of the GOP needs to drop out and allow conservatism to take hold. If Romney's the nominee, they will vote for him. If Santorum is the nominee, they will vote for him. If Gingrich somehow gets more money and is the nominee, they will vote for him. That's the way it's going to go. It's about removing Obama from office. Get control of the Senate, get control of the House, get control of local municipalities, and that's how you build the farm team for victory for many, many years to come. That's what it's about. The Tea Party has vision.
Conservative control of the GOP, not the rhino control of the GOP.
We're going to get Tony and Judson, we're going to get you guys back on, because what I want to talk about, guys, is the millions of people in America that are in the middle. They're not far left, they're not far right.
We call them Tea Partiers. How do you rope
them in? If we just keep going more to the right and more to the left, where's the middle? Where's the millions of people in the center? Where do they go?
Hey,
I reject the premise of the question. We'll talk about it anytime.
That's another
segment, but I promise next time Larry's out, we'll have you both on. The three of us will go round and round on that, because the middle is where it needs to be held. That's my view.
Go.
And that is it.